We're starting off today by turning our attention to Flint, Michigan, a city coping with a water disaster. And this week, investigators say they are looking into possible criminal charges against city leaders. In some cases, what is coming out of the sink is toxic waste. There are fears of brain damage in children, and even some deaths have been linked to the water. Maggie Ruley is in Flint to find out how residents there are dealing with this crisis.
The first thing I thought of was, how could someone allow this to happen? I started losing my hair.
My nieces and nephews kept getting rashes everywhere.
They told me it was okay to drink the brown water.
We need some help out here.
The people of Flint, Michigan are fed up.
Use your voice!
I get really angry when I think about it, because I don't like the idea of someone thinking it's okay and trying to justify poisoning an entire city.
For the past 2 years, the city's water supply has been toxic.
This is the Flint River. As you see, the place that's made national news.
Back in 2014, the state decided to save money by changing Flint's water source from one of the Great Lakes to the Flint River. What did you think when you heard that you were going to be drinking from the Flint River?
Thought that was insane.
Yeah. How come?
I mean, because the river is known for being toxic.
For decades, local factories use the river as a sewage dump.
People don't even fish out of the Flint River. They fish out of it for fun. You know, they get the fish, catch them, and throw them back in because they know it's not good enough to eat the fish. So if we can't eat the fish out of it, what made them think we could drink the water out of it?
When the city made the switch, Dominique and her son Terrell were some of the nearly 100,000 residents affected by the change.
When I first found out, I was downstairs using the wash tub to wash my dog, and brown water just came out.
After complaints, government officials said the water was safe to drink. But now there are reports that some officials may have known the water was dangerous, containing high levels of bacteria, chemicals, and lead. Something that can lead to long-term health effects like lower IQs and memory loss, especially for young people like Terrell.
We don't have good water to drink.
In some homes, lead levels were so high that the water would have been declared toxic waste by the Environmental Protection Agency. The water has been switched back, but the damage was already done, and now the pipes in these homes continue to contaminate the water. While recent recovery efforts have helped the problem, most residents we met said they still don't trust the water. So you have to do all of this just because you can't use water out of the faucet, right?
Yes.
I have like 3 water bills. You know, I have the water bill that the city is charging me. Then I have the water bill that I have for the water to use in the kitchen. And then the water bill for us to use, you know, as far as washing our face, brushing our teeth, or things of that nature.
And in a city where almost half of the people live in poverty, most can't keep living like this. The average American uses more than 40 gallons of water a day on things like bathing, drinking, and washing their clothes. And here in Flint, none of that water can come from the faucet. And for the city's 100,000 residents, there's just not enough bottled water to go around. Leon El Alamin runs an organization that has been distributing water throughout the city, but says bottled water is just a Band-Aid on a bigger problem.
Don't get me wrong, we appreciate all the water donations and things of that nature, but we really need to focus on this infrastructure. I think that'll bring great relief.
They get this issue fixed soon and get to working on trying to fix the pipes and not try to recoat the pipes. We need new pipes.
A lasting problem with no end in sight, leaving many demanding justice.
Here we have a prime example of really killing thousands, killing the future, our children, and if there's no accountability for that, then I think the whole nation needs to be in uproar.
Many of the people we spoke to in Flint felt the problem was ignored because the city is 2/3 minority.
This was in a rich county somewhere, they would have had this thing nipped in the bud a long time ago, but because of a lack of having a political voice, the poverty level, and things of that nature, that's why I call it a genocide, environmental racism.
The water crisis in Flint has made national headlines, putting the state's governor in the hot seat.
When Michiganders turn on the tap, they expect and deserve clean, safe water. It's that simple. It's that straightforward. So that's what we'll deliver.
And the people of Flint say they won't give up on their city.
Since the water crisis and people are banding together, which is a good thing. Like I always tell people, Flint breeds some of the strong of the strong.
We're not going anywhere. We're not.
Born and raised my whole life and ain't leaving, ain't going nowhere no matter what they do. This is my home, this is my city too.
Maggie Rulli, Channel 1 News.
Thanks, Maggie. And for a closer look at some of the key events in the Flint water crisis, check out our interactive timeline over at channel1.com.